CCR TV, channel of God's love. Soglank तुमका नमस्कार आणि माय मोगाचो येवकार. गोंयच्या फुटबॉलाचे वस्ताद ही कार्यावळीन आयज आमी तुमचे मुखार हाडटाव एका काळार गोंयच्या फुटबॉल मैदानार नामनेचो आनी फांकीवंत मिडफिल्डर जो 10 वर्सां साळगांवकार स्पोर्ट्स क्लबाक खेळ्ळा. 6 वर्सां गोंयचे संतोष ट्रॉफी टुर्नामेंटान ह्या पंगडाचो तो वांगडी आसलो. 1984 गोंय संतोष ट्रॉफी नॅशनल जिखले तेन्ना ताका बेस्ट मिडफिल्डर आनी बेस्ट प्लेयर ऑफ द टुर्नामेंट म्हणून वेंचून काडलो. आर्नल्ड रॉड्रिग्स हें नांव गोंयच्या फुटबॉल मापार सगळ्यांच्या वॉंटार खेळटालें आनी आजून ताची वळख कोणाच्याच मनांतली वचोंक ना. तो फुटबॉल खेळांत गोंयच्या आनी भारताच्या मापार खूब पोरजोडला. Arnold was born in the capital city of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. He spent his initial years there and later as a youngster moved to Goa and did his schooling in St. Anthony's High School at Mondegiri, where he developed his football skills as a boarder. Beginning his football career with the then famous Panvel Sports Club, he was part of the team that lifted the prestigious Bandodkar Gold Trophy in the early 1970s. Arnold represented the Indian football team at the international level on several occasions. But at the peak of his footballing career in the year 1984, Arnold simply disappeared from the Indian football scene and nobody knew what happened and never to return back to the football field again. We are pleased to welcome this footballer from Goa, Arnold Rodrigues.
Thank you, Mr.
Arnold, a warm welcome to our studios at Panjim.
Thank you very much.
Arnold, it's really nice to see you, after ages and to have you in our studios. Thank you for accepting our invite.
My pleasure.
Arnold, म्हाका दिसता सुरवात करतना न्ही तुज्या भुरगेपणाची थोडी खबर करुया आनी तुज्या भुरगेपणाचेर थोडो उजवाड घाल. तुजें स्कूलिंग खूंय जालें, तुजें भुरगेपण खूंय जालें पळय ताचेर.
I was born in Dar es Salaam, a city in Tanzania.
Okay.
And during my young days, when I was about 10, 12 years old, I used to go to watch this league, African leagues in Dar es Salaam. And my dad was a referee.
Okay.
So he used to take me. And I used to get a best seat to watch the games. And I was very impressed with the way the players used to play. The build and the stamina and the power they had.
Yeah.
It really impressed me so much. And they over there, all the youngsters, they love football. They were very poor, so they would make balls out of socks balls and tennis ball, and they would play with the tennis ball, and that's where they used to develop their skills. And I used to play with those boys, young boys on the streets and all, in the small park, anywhere we used to play.
Okay.
That's where I develop a little bit of my skills from there. And the style, they have got very stylish way of playing this
Samba.
Yeah, a bit, and they love that.
Yeah.
So that's why I took a liking to football.
I see.
Yeah, and I would play till late at night.
Along with these boys?
Yeah.
Out in the streets or on the football
On the streets,
ground?
under the lamp
Street
shades.
lanes?
Yeah.
I mean street lanes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Till one day when my dad came home, every time he sees I'm not there, so my mom used to have an argument with my mom. My mom would send her brother, that's my uncle, to go and search for me, and they would find me playing on the streets with the boy.
Okay.
So that's the time my dad decided to send me.
So you were so passionate about football then, just at the mere age of say 12 or 13, as you said.
8.
Okay.
Yeah, 8
and above.
6, 8 and above, yes.
Okay.
So, and I was not studying well.
Okay.
I would not even touch my books, not do my homework, nothing. So my dad decided to send me to Goa to the boarding school.
I see.
So
So that was how you landed in Goa.
That's right.
Basically, so that you could do this thing,
I could
schooling
study.
seriously in Goa.
Yeah.
And there your mind was diverted playing football.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Talking about football, then you said your father was a football referee.
Yeah.
So it all began there, perhaps, the inspiration.
Yes, of course, because there was also another referee. You must have known him.
Go on.
Francis de Souza.
Okay.
The one
From Mercedes?
Yes,
Okay.
the late
Yes,
Francis.
he was a good
He also
football
was,
referee.
yeah, and
He was also an
Yeah, he was-
ex-East African.
yeah, he's from Dar es Salaam. Yes.
Correct.
So
correct.
you know,
So now, besides football, was there any other sport that attracted your attention, either in East Africa or while you were back home in Goa, or was
No.
it, or you are only focused on football only?
when I came to Goa,
Mm-hmm.
in the boarding we were supposed to play all types of games.
More or less, which year you remember?
Yeah, 1968
Okay.
I came.
Okay.
Yeah, and I landed and I was in 6th standard.
Mm-hmm.
And that time Montegiri was a very famous school, a boarding school.
Yes.
Very disciplined, very strict with the
Yes.
Capuchin priests, the monks and
Yes.
all. And so all the Goan people, students and all used to come from Africa, a lot of them from the Gulf,
Yeah.
who could have, because they could afford it.
And because there was a boarding facility
Yeah,
there.
and we were 800 boarders,
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest boarding schools. So that's why we and every evening is a compulsory to have some sports, to play some sports. Whatever it is you like, hockey, basketball, volleyball. So I started playing all the games, like I used to play hockey, I used to play badminton, table tennis, volleyball as a lifter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then football, I was in each class had their own ground, small ground,
Okay.
50 by 20 meters, like, you know,
Okay. Okay.
small grounds. I was too good for those boys. So when I used to go to play, they used to not want me to play.
Mm-hmm.
Used to play barefoot that time, barefooted.
Correct. Correct.
They stopped taking me in the pitch. So I sat out.
Okay.
So one day the principal was passing by. He comes, takes a round in the evening to see whether everyone is engaged in some kind of sports
Yes.
to develop, you know,
Right,
whatever
right.
it is. He saw me sitting down. And the boys complained that he's too good for us. So he told the coach,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and started playing in this school ground, which is for the school
The
players.
main ground.
Main ground is one
Yeah.
big proper ground,
Right. Right.
full size ground,
Yes.
and joined them.
Mm-hmm.
The coach said, "Okay, you can come."
Who was the coach you remember
that time Wilson Pace. I don't know if you know him. The late
I've
Wilson.
heard the name,
The
but
late
I
Wilson
can't
Pace.
recall.
He
Yes,
was in the
yes.
technical committee for the GFA, and he became the coach of. He started teaching in Don Bosco
Okay.
during
Yes.
Daniel's time and Irinho
Okay.
and Dionys and all.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. So there it all began.
That's
after
right. So I started playing in the main in school with the school boys.
School boys.
I mean school team, with the coach.
That. Mm-hmm.
I just joined them, but they were about 3-4 years older than me.
I see.
Yeah.
But compared to football skills, perhaps you were one up on them for
Yes.
having picked up certain
I was 2-3 up, I think.
football tricks
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then how did that break for a professional team, joining a professional club in Goa come around? After you joined the school team, was it like that? Or
Well, I
somebody
sa-
spotted you,
No, I was playing for the school team,
right?
but one fine year, there was a coaching camp in Margao, Rajendra Prasad,
Okay.
and there was this quite a good coach called Jason.
Mm-hmm.
He was coaching the 2STC Signals team, which was in the senior division. That time we used to call it senior division.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a coaching camp. So me and 2 or 3 boys from the Montegiri school, we went and took part. It was summertime holidays.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. Just one day coaching camp, about 1,000 players.
Yeah.
And
All youngsters.
Yeah, and then he gave us some little drills and all, and after that he made us play. But we have so many players that by the time you get the ball, you have about 20 people on you, you know. So I went, and then next year in the school, suddenly I see one car coming up to me,
Okay.
asking a boy,
At the Mondagiri.
yeah, can you call Arnold Rodrigues?
Okay.
And the boys around there, it was during break time. Everyone knew me because I was quite known
Yeah.
as a player. And
You had already made that visual
Yeah.
impact
yeah.
with the other colleagues. Yes.
So they said, yeah, we know him. Can you call him? This gentleman said, can you call him? They started searching, yeah, he's somewhere around. They called me. I came, a young boy. I don't know Konkani, nothing. Just
I
come
see.
from Africa. I didn't know
Okay,
Konkani.
yeah.
So I came, I saw these 4 people sitting in the car. And this gentleman asked me, hello, are you Arnold? I said, yes. See, we would like you to play for our club, Panvel Sports Club. I don't know anything about Panvel. I don't know where Panjim is.
Right.
Because we're in the boarding.
Absolutely. You had certain limitations,
No, because my parents were abroad.
Right.
So I was in the boarding. I could
You
not
had
go
no one
anywhere.
to take you around.
I don't know what's Panjim,
Yes.
Mapsa, and we cannot go down the hill.
Correct,
We are like
correct.
in the
Yes.
cage on top.
Yes, yes.
So I said I was excited.
Mhm.
I don't know what this club is, who these people. I said okay, yeah, I don't mind. So they went away. They gave me the number and all. Then I told the principal
Mhm.
that there's a club they want me to play and all. And in the boarding that time, they never let anyone play for any outside team because
Okay,
they are
okay.
concentrating on their studies. Then they are
Yes.
responsible for
Yes.
So because I was quite very good, the principal said, "Okay, we'll let you go, but you have to promise me that you will pass SSC."
Okay.
I said, "Yeah, sure, I will pass, of course." And I started studying well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to come out fifth, sixth in the class because of Hindi. I used to fail in Hindi.
Okay.
So because of the one subject, I now used to come close to
The first two, what
first
we-
place,
oh,
second.
yeah,
We used to
yeah.
have like that, you know.
Mhm.
So anyway, they started picking, and the gentleman was Mr. Anthony Botello.
Of Panvel Sports
Yeah,
Club.
who later became JFA secretary and all.
Right. So this was your first professional engagement
Yes.
as far as football was
Yeah,
concerned.
that's right.
With Panvel Sports Club. How
That's
many
right.
years did you play for the club?
I played 2 years.
2 years.
The first year we won the Bandut Kano.
Yes. So you were lucky to be part of that team.
Yes.
And that
And-
euphoria of football was just simply great that time, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of Bandurkar Gold Trophy tournament as a player?
I've got memories when we played against Panvel, Sezako in the finals. At that
Mhm.
time, I remember Nicholas was playing for them.
Okay.
He was playing for them. Then the next year, he joined Dempos. He was playing left back, right back. He was playing at
Okay.
that time. And to me, I don't know who these players who they are.
So Panvel, I remember Francis also was
Yes.
top scorer. You were part of the same team, am I right?
Yes, that's right.
So that was the
Francis-
golden moments of football in
That was the best set we had.
Yes.
It broke off.
Yes, it broke off. Correct.
Alex Miranda,
Yes.
Andrew from Fernandez from Vasco Club.
After playing for Panvel Sports Club for 2 years, even lifting the Bandurkar Gold Trophy, to which club did you move thereafter to?
Then
Or
what
you took a
happened-
break because of your academics?
No. When I was in SCC, I was playing for Panvel, which we won the gold trophy.
Okay.
Then what happened? All the players were taken. Not Dionis. Francis joined Dempos.
Temples.
Alex Miranda joined Salkonga. Who else was there? Andrew joined Vasco.
Okay.
There were so many players. Who else was there? I cannot remember.
So most of them went to the other club,
Yes.
Sobeda Prospect.
It was almost broken
Because
now.
they made such a big impact, an impression with the Panvel Sports Club winning the Bandurkar Gold Trophy, that it was but natural that other clubs would come
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, of course.
So you were also
No,
taken
I
up
was not taken. I was left back.
Okay.
Because I was very young that time.
very young. Okay.
And I didn't shine that much.
But at that age, Arnold, did you have any role model as far as football was concerned?
Actually,
Did you have any exposure by way of magazines or something?
my
like
role
that?
model was Pele.
Pele.
When I came to the boarding,
Okay.
my mother used to be in England.
Okay.
My mother never lived in
All right.
Goa.
In Goa.
From Africa, she went straight to England.
Okay.
My father died as soon as I joined the boarding at the age of 12.
I see.
Yeah. So my mother used to send me football cuttings and all.
I see.
And that time Pele was in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
1960, 58 World Cup,
Yes.
62, 66 of course in England. They injured him badly. Then 70. So I used to follow.
So Pele was your role model.
My mother used to send me cutting book, and then Pele used to show on the diagram how
Yeah.
to flick pass over the player,
Correct.
how to flick pass this way. That was so I used to go, I used to cut them and made a big album,
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go down the football pitch in Giri school, and I used to try those things.
Okay. Arnold, which year did you now join later Salgonkar Sports Club? Because you made a huge impact as far as football was concerned.
Yes.
When you joined Salgonkars. Which year was it?
1974,
And how many years did you play for the club?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
Have you
72,
captained the
74.
team?
Salgon, yes, after
Yes.
2 years, I think I came to the team. 3 years.
How difficult was it to get a place in the first 11?
Actually, to be honest, I was lucky. When I joined Salgongas, we had a midfield called the late Zai. Zai.
Mm-hmm.
We had those old players like Inas Piedad and all of them. And Zai was in his prime, almost, And there was a vacancy, and Babu was playing. I remember
Babu
Babu was
Arolkar.
playing for.
Babu Arolkar.
Yes, sir, the late Babu Arolkar.
Okay.
He moved to Vasco because Tangaraj came. Peter Tangaraj. And Zai was almost, maybe last year, he was really getting old, the late Zai. So they chose me because Babu left.
Okay.
So when I became the main midfielder, there was no one there.
Because the seniors had all moved out from it, right?
And of course, Leopold
Leopold.
Fernandes, the late Leopold Fernandes, he joined from Don Bosco Reti, and I joined. So we both were midfielders. And those days we used to play 4-4 system.
Yes, yes.
2 halves. So
4-4
I had a lot of
system
stamina those days. But Leopold used to just stand around.
Who was your coach then?
When I first joined, my coach was
Was it Shanmugam?
no, Shamukam came later.
Came later.
Oh no, Mr. Brito.
Okay, Henry Brito.
Yeah, he played 1 season with me, almost half a season, and then he retired. Then he became the coach for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Then we had
Later on came Shanmugam.
no. Then later on came one Irinho Gomes, one ex-player of Vasco Club. I think he played during the Portuguese time.
I see.
Defender he
I
was
see.
for 1 year.
How was the training for the football players then during your time?
Oh my God.
Huh? Did you face any kind of difficulties, hardships as a player, to report to the
We had a lot
venue
of
on
hardship.
time?
Daniel, we
How
had a
was
lot
it?
of hardship.
Now the players have been taken by coaches and things like
No,
that.
we had
How
to make
were
our own
things
transport to the
Arrangement.
stadium. We had no proper ground to train.
then? No proper public transport also.
No, we had no proper shower. We used to train on the Vasco ground, what is called Tilak,
Tilak Maidan.
and the ground was hard. During the rainy season, the grass used to grow so big, no one was there to cut. And we used to have 3 teams training on that pitch, MPT, Vasco Club and Salgonka. So we had to use one little quarter of it to train.
What about, supposing you have had some major sports injuries, how did you as a player deal with them? Were there any physios available?
We had no physio, Daniel. We had a kid boy.
Okay.
If you get injured, he used to run to us with a water bottle.
Or ice?
No ice.
No ice.
Yeah, you just pour water there and just
That's it.
wait for a few minutes, and get the plane.
No painkiller sprays,
We used
nothing
to
like
they used
that.
to buy this freezing one kind of spray which freezes numbs the
Numbs the pain
yeah,
sensation.
Yeah, they used to buy it from Germany that time.
Okay. Now Salgonkar club could afford it.
Of course.
Other clubs who don't have this type of facility. in
Only
their
the
time.
senior teams clubs. would
So
have.
besides that, once you were home, how did you deal with the pain and all?
We had
What
to
were
deal
the
it
local
ourselves. We used to
medications?
use
Local medications?
no Idex.
Idex.
Used to use Idex and used to little massage it and put a bandage around it and take rest sometimes.
Which year did you represent the Indian national team?
Indian national team, I think I was 25 when I was 25.
The tournament you remember?
Yes, I represented in the Jawaharlal Nehru Gold Cup. Then I was also with the Brazilian Sao Paulo team.
Sao Paulo team on a visit to India. No?
Yeah, Delhi.
Yeah.
Then I went to the West Indies where
I see.
and played about 5 countries. I think Tobago, Barbados, Trinidad and
Okay.
Tobago, Barbados, Suriname, French, and Guyana.
But as a footballer, how many years and how many time did you represent the Goa national team at the
Goa national team I represent about for 8 years.
8 years?
Because every national is 1 year.
Successively?
Yeah.
Successively.
No. There's 1 year in between.
There was a break.
There's a break. My form dipped a bit, and another midfielder someone was playing a bit better than me.
Okay. I remember in the year 1984 when Goa won the Santosh Trophy.
Yeah.
You were a hero, when the tournament concluded, and you were the best midfielder and the best player of the tournament. Can you share some memories of that? The Goan team was champion that year in '84.
That Santos Trophy, I think we won the trophy without conceding a single goal.
Yes.
We were solid in the defense.
Right.
Yeah. And we played good football, to be honest. And we had a good set of players, young players like Morris and Lecter, and we had also experienced players like Nicholas
in the defense.
Rosario Etkan, and we had Mahesh, and we had Machado, Herbert San, the late Herbert San. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had Camilo, striker.
How was the reception you got on return back to Goa with the
Oh my
trophy?
God, I've not seen it That was
You
the first
remember
time.
those?
Yes,
You
I
have some
remember.
memories.
Yeah, we had a big procession from the airport all the way to Panjim.
Yeah.
And,
To the headquarters.
yeah, you know, in the van and in the bus and all the supporters coming in their motorbikes and
I believe the entourage will stop somewhere at Agasai and then you had
because of
a big-
Camilo.
Because of Camilo. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because he's good to
So
go.
it's true, right? You remember that?
Yes, yes, I remember that.
There was another big welcome there. For
Yes,
the
yes,
entire
for
team.
him, yeah, because he's got a goal, yeah.
How was football then and how is football now?
I haven't seen a lot of football, Goan football or Indian football.
Yeah, so you're not very much closely in touch
No,
with Goan.
because I only read a paper, but I don't see in the TV.
Arnold, I want to ask you a very pointed question. In the mid 80s, that's after this Santosh Trophy, you know,
Yes.
somewhere in 84, 85, you suddenly disappeared from that Goan football scene and nobody knew where was Arnold and what happened to Arnold. But being at that top level in football, you know, it was obvious that everybody was concerned about Arnold's presence.
Yes, yes.
What happened?
I actually didn't disappear. At that age I was 30 years old.
Okay.
I reached at my peak. And I said, no, I have to think about my future.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we used to not get that much salary like before, and we used to use it for the transport to go for our diet. So there was nothing left for me to save for my future.
Okay.
And then I started thinking, okay, if I start getting married, having a family.
You were not married till then?
No.
Till 30s?
Yeah.
You had somebody in mind?
No.
No.
No. I used not.
You had
I used not like
friends
any.
following you
No, they were, but
of the opposite sex?
I would not look at them because
Why?
I loved football so much. I had this thing in my mind that if you fall
It's
in,
only football for you.
no, if you fall in love, your football will go down because you start concentrating on the girlfriend and all that stuff.
You mean to say you never had a girlfriend?
No.
Oh, good. Good boy. Huh? Okay, then what happened? Where did you go?
On my way back from the tour in the West Indies with the Indian team,
Football tour.
after the Gold Cup Nehru Trophy,
Okay.
I was thinking about now my future. Now I am at my peak,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to start thinking about me. So, what would you do if you're in my situation, and you reach at that stage, and you haven't saved much money because
Right.
you couldn't save
Yeah.
because we are not getting paid as much as they get it now.
Mm-mm-mm.
So I decided, and my parents were there also. So my mother said, stay for holiday because it's off season now when we come back in June, July.
Correct.
I said, okay, let me see London. I get to see some matches and learn something.
Yes.
And I stayed because my mother was there, settled there, my sister.
And you didn't think of coming back again?
Well, I was thinking, but then when I was there, and then I saw the lifestyle, and I said, why am I struggling in Goa, being such a famous player, an
Yes.
international player, and I'm still struggling. So I thought I better think about my future seriously because I was alone in this here. All my family, parents were there.
Correct.
And I feel lonely and all. And I said, I think my future lies there. So I decided not to come back. But
So
no,
you think as you look back, that was the right decision you took?
I regret sometime because I feel I should have gone earlier.
Much before that?
Yeah, I had a chance, but I didn't
Okay.
go.
But you didn't go?
Yeah, 1977.
But I think then you had the best of both the worlds.
Yes,
Huh?
of course, because having played in Goa, I got fame as a footballer.
Yes.
I made a lot of friends.
People
A
still
lot of
treasure your
admirers.
memories, you know.
Yes,
People
because-
still treasure your memories
Yes.
as very powerful, intelligent midfielder.
Because I meet some Goans from Sri Down.
The success of any team, depends a lot on the midfield.
Oh, yeah.
midfield
Come on,
marshals,
that's
am I right?
that's the main engine.
Exactly, yeah.
They
so
can't. They
that
have
is
to control
where
the
you
game.
excelled, and so you should be happy about it.
Oh, very happy. Yes.
What are you doing at present, Arnold?
At present, I'm just retired now. 1 year past. 1 year 4 months. I'm retired.
From your service in
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
Otherwise, anything to do with football back home in UK?
I was a qualified coach
Yeah.
when I went there.
Okay.
After 5 years, I did my coaching course because I was still fit and young, no?
Mhm.
But because of my work and my timing, and it was not suitable for me. I could not make it after work to go and start coaching.
So you didn't pursue it further.
No, I didn't pursue it further.
Now that
But
you
I started now after being retired.
Mhm.
I started coaching an under 11 team.
I see.
Yeah.
So how are the things there different from Goa? at grassroots level?
Grassroots level, there the system is very advanced. The facilities are so important.
Infrastructure is better.
Very, very good. The facilities,
Okay.
the pitch, the ground, it's like lying on a bed. It's so nice.
So beautiful.
So
The turf
soft.
is.
Yeah.
Arnold, given an opportunity, would you like to do anything for Goan football? See an opportunity come knocking at your door, and you
Yes, I would like to coach a club.
would like to coach a club.
Yes, to prove my
And
My coaching
move your
ability-
headquarters
coaching
to Goa back
abilities.
again. Yeah.
coaching abilities, because I've got a lot of ideas and modern ideas.
So the
doing
club
it.
management, if you are watching this interview with Arnold, this is something that you should note. An ex-footballer of Goan origin has a wish to coach Goan clubs. Am I right, Arnold?
Yes.
Very good. Now that you are in Goa, which is your favorite food choice? Is it Goan cuisine, continental, or Indian?
Goan cuisine, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you enjoying it now that you're in Goa?
Yes, sure. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, Arnold, I think we are running out of time, in fact, And one last question for you. What would be your priority, like now, between football and any other thing of your choice? Like,
Including football.
yeah,
My priority now is to coach,
to coach, okay?
because I love the game so much.
So
It's such a beautiful
you still
game.
have that passion burning
Yes,
in you that
yes.
you need to get back to the ground
Yes.
and do your bit.
Yes, and then
At a
contribute
different
to
level.
whatever,
Okay.
contribute to football.
Now,
talent.
what is your message to the youngsters who are watching this chat, for young footballers who would like to make football as their profession?
My message to the youngsters is the sky is the limit. If you want to be a footballer, it's very important to work hard, dedication and discipline. But at the same time, you've got to also study and be educated, because football is only a short span.
Correct.
Yeah. After that, you don't know, and you have to struggle for yourself. So you need education, because education or knowledge, as you say, is power.
Knowledge is power, absolutely. Anyway, Arnold, thank you so much for making it here to our studios and sharing your point of view on the subject of football. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel, and to the CCR TV channel. Thank
So
you.
this was Arnold Rodrigues, the former Goan football player who excelled at the state level as well as at the national level. Though he's settled in UK now, he still has a desire to be back on the football field, come down to Goa and do something that he loves to do and always loved, football. And that's coaching the youngsters and taking up a club. The CCR TV channel wishes all the best to Arnold Rodrigues.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Keep watching your favorite program, Goychea, Futballache, Vostad.